come from, what's your streets and plan, your country, your city. And then go to war, my blood, as well.
This video is called Even Though We Suffer, Struggle, and sometimes starve, we still pray. I do this for God and not myself. I do this for the people in the prisons who are there unfairly. But when it comes to people, first and foremost, I do this for the innocent people who are dying from communicable and non-communicable diseases, who are dying from starvation and exhaustion. A slow, painful way to die, especially for children and old women. In the pictures you see on the screen, you will see pictures. You are seeing pictures of Biafra. This is not some sort of a picture from a planet far away or people that are strange and unfamiliar. Look at them carefully. Look at me. That is my Trump.
The Igbos were good people who deserve to be.
The Igbos. And though the world turned a blind eye to the stage the New World Order had set, and my people were starving to death, they did not turn to the devil for help. They prayed to God. This is the tradition of Igbo fighting for honor. To turn to God. The military-industrial complex cannot stop that. The secret societies cannot stop that. I will struggle and suffer in the tradition of Igbo warriors, in the tradition of Igbo children and men. I will not be deterred. I will not be tempted or swayed. I will stand firm into the end. God punishes those who do not have faith, and He rewards those who do. Let this be a lesson to all of you non-believers, all of you naysaying trash, all of you opportunists, international exploiters, and financiers. You will be punished in the afterlife, certainly, and the evidence of that punishment will be all too apparent to the careful observer in this life. That is why God made me the top martial artist of this land. To be a lesson. Every man, woman, and child is a lesson. And careful perception allows one to perceive the deeper meaning of that lesson. For too long, satanic trash have exploited the poor and the meek in South America, in Mexico, in Africa, in the Middle East, in Asia, in parts of Europe. There are poor, and of course in America, in North America, there are poor, innocent Christians and innocent people from all faiths and philosophies that are suffering. Titus 2:12 says clearly in the King James Version, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lusts, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world. Matthew 10:16 and 17 and 18. I am sending you out like sheep among wolves. Therefore be as shrewd as snakes and as innocent as doves. Be on your guard. You will be handed over to the local councils and be flogged in the synagogues. On my account you will be brought before governors and kings as witnesses to them and to the Gentiles. But when they arrest you, do not worry about what to say or how to say it. At that time you will be given what to say. Matthew 10:20. For it will not be you speaking, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. I have achieved a mind state where God is all that matters. It is no longer me speaking and debating with the truth. It is the Father. It is no longer me fighting with righteous indignation against all that oppose the will of God. It is the Spirit of the Lord. And so it is that Christianity reigns supreme. I was angry at Christians for a time for their lack of faith, but I will use the Spirit of God to return it to them. Regardless how this ends, Chukwu Emeka is fighting for honor, and he has attained it for the glory of God, so that you all might bear witness to the truth, which is the Spirit within every righteous man, woman, and child. Even though they starved, they still prayed. And I will honor their prayers. I will honor their lives. And I will spiritually avenge their deaths. Where were you, non-Christians, when my people died of hunger, persecuted by the scum of our land? And yet, Christians travel to war zones across the world, giving blankets, bottled water, and aid to those in need. We have proven our worth. We have proven that we deserve a place on this planet where we are allowed to express ourselves freely without being drugged. Where we are unmolested and unharassed by secret societies that wish to lead us astray I am here to weed out the wolves. And all those who love God will hunt down the wolves with me. We will leave no stone unturned. No preacher, priest, minister, or monk unexamined. The word will be received and spread in its pure form. And those who seek to save things of this world will be destroyed eventually, when he who is greater than I will come on a cloud and destroy this planet that you heathens have so thoroughly contaminated, that you non-Christians value more than you value the will of God, to the point where you have sided with heathens, Satanists, and idolaters. Your precious nature is already beyond redemption. It will be destroyed in the last days. People will hide, but will find no safe place to retreat. They will cry out to the Lord, and the Lord will not know them. There will be intense lamenting and bitter gnashing of teeth. No solace or comfort is what they'll find. It is already written that Chukwu Emeka will help people come to God, but it will not be enough. The great cleansing, the divine purge, will eventually come to be. And no one knows the day but the Father. Hear the voice of a man living with his parents in the wilderness, a man named John, and find it in your mind, body, and soul to repent. Repent!
Papers here for a long time, and opinion was greatly divided as between those who felt that the Igbos had a case and that Nigeria was badly governed and that it was time that something happened and that the Igbos were good people who deserved to be, and others who felt that Nigeria should remain as it was and the boundaries should remain. The Igbos were good people who deserved it. The Igbos were good people who deserved it. The Igbos were good people who deserved it.